Hello.
All right, there we are. You are live. Little fun time in the green room, having some laughs. Steve just goes, on that note, we better go live. So here we are, Dork Court.
Hi.
Mark Espinoza, Walker Young, Steve Ukraine, and me, your host, Mr. Rock. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Walker, you're officially on summer vacation at this point, right?
I am. But yeah, I am. I've been doing a bunch of business though.
I did say, tell them what we did today.
We talked with Manny, got the art for Jack Fry. What are we calling it? Night Shift.
I love the creative. The talent's like, what's it called? I don't know. I just work the magic. I let you marketing people tell me what we're calling it.
I keep forgetting what it's called because we had the title by night, but then we came up with Night Shift on the air, and that was a better title.
We all talked ourselves out of Jack Fry by Night. It was a little too cute, right?
Yeah.
You sort of, it was predicated on you had to know who Werewolf by Night was.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But yeah, Night Shift, that's pretty good.
That's solid.
Yeah. We were saying we have a good. We'll talk about the package you're doing, Walker. This is for San Diego. 42 days. All four of us are going to have stuff to sign.
Holy shit! Is it really? Is it really 42 days? Don't tell me that.
Yes, it is 42 days. Might be 41 now. I don't know.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, I think yesterday it was 42. I think that's what it was. But yeah, Walker and I have been really getting ready. We're counting the Shield book, because only 20 people saw it last year.
Yeah.
Although one of them was the guy that worked in VFX.
Wasn't one of them like a prop guy or something that worked on the show?
He was the VFX guy.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. I did know my friend Becky Jordan worked props on that show. I don't know if you remember the LMD stuff where they had lit fingertips. She did.
Oh yeah.
She did those props.
The gloves.
Chuck Gilbert, what's up, Chuck? We're hey.
We're ho-hoing.
Ho ho ho. So we got that. We have Walker's second printing of Untitled Walker Young Project #1. We have we're gonna have Mark's book. Actually, we have two.
Doubles.
We're gonna have the Walker Young. I was saving that for last, man. The Walker Young Untitled
Project. No, I'm just counting.
Oh, okay.
So
you don't have. Go back to 2 then, because I want to see the balloons. I guess it didn't work. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
So then the progress book, Loose Cannon. Are we going to do the making of Going Dark? I don't know if Mommy's going to let us do that one.
Maybe like a half one.
But I scanned all the work progress stuff, the work process stuff that the Cowboys gave Walker in the first bit for the
Untitled Walker Young Part 1.
Yeah. That completed one. We were thinking, how cool would it be if you did a book of the script and then their pencil layouts and then the final book.
Yeah,
with a couple of text pieces in between. That's like another $25 book, right? I don't know. Augie DeBleek would buy one. There's a lot. I know there's not a lot of process guys in comics, but the guys who like it go insane because there's not a lot of books about process
that do that. Yeah.
Anyway, next year definitely if we don't. And then there's one more, isn't there? Oh, Angry Girlfriend.
Angry Girlfriend.
Are we talking about that?
Oh, have you mentioned?
We talk about it. Can I tell you? Tiana Armstrong, who runs this Big Shot movie prop site, I asked her, hey, these are technically crew gifts, and yes, it's my kids, school thing, but I sold you a spacesuit, and you were really happy. Your husband was really happy, and she's like, oh yeah, put it up, see what happens. So I haven't done it yet. We have to do a blind URL on Dork to give to the cool people. But I'm thinking, I'm already thinking, maybe that's $100 to movie prop guys. I don't know.
It's one of those things you put out there and you see what the bite is.
You see what happens, right? But for the movie prop guys, I have to say, like, here's how much. And I don't know. I think that's a hair too much, but I think the comic book price is a hair too little.
Wait, what was the price you were saying at?
About between. So I want to keystone it. You know that concept in retail, right?
Yeah.
That you buy stuff for half and sell it for double, and then that's cool, right?
Yeah.
So I think the upper limit that you're going to be able to get in a comic store, unless it's like a super fan that knows all about it and like has to have it, is about $50 or $60.
My immediately when you started, my brain immediately went to $50, like
Right.
instantly in my head.
Right. Well, So that makes it, 25 or 30. 20,
Yeah.
25, 30 to retailers and to the kids. I think that's a little low. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I think I think that's going to be that will be an interesting like preview night thing.
I agree.
Like
or a Sunday thing.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. It's like you put it out on preview night to be like, we got 5 of these. We're only putting out 5 of these on preview.
You just say that every day.
Yeah, exactly.
We only got 5. We only got 5.
5 you saw over there, those are not our 5 anymore.
Yes, exactly.
These are the 5s we have.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. But
you're giving away the secrets.
I'm not. Yeah. They're no secret. They're no secrets.
Chuck Gilbert.
Yeah.
Good old Chuck. He's a good movie guy. We should talk about movies. I'm sorry, Walker. You're gonna say something.
No. I was just gonna say I like that. I like the idea that we're all just sitting there and there's just like some guy who walks up to the booth, just like, "Heard you guys are guys with angry girlfriends." And we slowly reach under the
don't
table.
even know what should be the code word for, like, if you're holding or you got acid or whatever. This is gonna be
Just yell Chance at us. Hey, is Chance here?
I heard there's some Green Goblin over here, man. I got your ASM 14. I don't know.
So, Larry, is that a new door thing behind you?
Yeah.
Yes. That?
Yeah.
So that's a thing I bought because we were trying to do a little something in here and turn it into some kind of movie thing, and I had the the Star Wars things going. I just want to try to make it look cool. So for Christmas, they're just little vinyl rolls, right? And this is a great story. I got it for Walker. He didn't really seem to care, but I'm like, it was a cool thought. But I got an idea, if you don't mind. He goes, yeah. So I got a giant piece of masonite. It's a 3/16 inch thing. It's fucking huge. That right there is like 2/3 of it. There was another third of that was just scrap that's in the garage if you need any. But I rolled it on there, cut it off, and tacked it because I was just gonna put a new door in, right? And Mimi's like, "Don't do that." So you put me around. I was like being up in this corner anyway because of that.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's I was trying to.
I can just.
I'm trying to zoom in. I can't. It won't let me zoom. But that's awesome. That's
so
insane.
The cool thing, see the door where the little door handle is. I cut that freehand with my jigsaw, and it looks great from there. But when you get right up close to it, I'm like, "Hey, nice work, Larry!" And I'm like, "Yeah, tools, beer."
It looks great.
Used to drink whiskey, man.
I was gonna say I thought something looked different in the background. I couldn't tell what it was, but that's
yeah.
Awesome.
So I just kind of
the framing of it makes it seem like it's there and not there.
It does kind of look, it's the idea is it's supposed to be an airlock door, but But
what's the noise you make every time you walk through it, though?
The best part of this story to me, though, is that Mimi had my car, the Colonel, for some reason, so I had her new electric thing, right? And this, as I say, this thing is giant. I'm like, I didn't think about how I was gonna get it home, so now I purchased this thing. It wasn't too dear. It was like $30, I think, altogether with the tax and everything. But now I'm like out in the parking lot with a bit of wind, right? So I have this giant fucking wooden sail that I'm trying to control. And while I get to halfway to the car, I realize, yeah, fuck, I don't have the SUV. I have the little electric hatchback thing that doesn't have a roof rack. I can fold the seat down, but like what? And that fucking heroic car, man, based on the Masonite, it's flexible. So I put it all the way in, but like with a nice curve to it. And it fit right over everything.
Did you drive under the curve?
No, it didn't even. It just the way it had to clear the back seats, and it was fine because I left the hatch open. Who cares, right? And because I'm from New England, I'm sure that I was getting dirty looks, but I didn't care because who cares? I'm getting home on the surface streets, this giant thing. And the only thing it did was I scraped a little on the back. You can see there was a little white paint from the white masonite came off. That was fantastic. So I look at that.
You can attach it to your back while driving a Vespa.
Yeah.
Well, Walker doesn't get that, but like that's how we used to roll, right? We have this vehicle and we have to move this stuff. Let's figure out a way to
make it happen.
Yeah.
Duct tape it. Shopping cart. Yeah, tying a shopping cart.
I need
to
the
back of the car,
a couch, Anyway. So
imagine you like going like whoosh whoosh every time you walk through it.
Let's talk about some movies.
Well, I did want to ask a question. So I'm not of you three, who is watching Acolyte?
Oh, we all are, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we were chatting in our normal chat, and I was saying like I'm not watching it because I'm kind of like I'm getting I hate reading reviews of everything when it immediately comes out, and it's like this is the worst thing ever, this is the best thing ever, this is great, this sucks, and it's just like I cannot deal with that. So like, one, why am I reading such bad press about it? And then why on the flip side am I also seeing other Star Wars fans that I do follow say it's amazing? So what's the disconnect? Where's the arm wrestle? Tell me.
I can answer this really quickly. Fanboys hate everything.
Yeah.
Fanboys hate everything. And people who actually like it know to wait until it gets good and are appreciating what they've seen so far and are excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
Fanboys
I think there's another bit of it because like we're all fanboys and we fucking love it. But there's the nuanced thing of what's happening in social media where everybody's just like the manufactured outrage thing of like everybody gets attention when they go, this is horrible, it's the worst thing ever. And it's like, just shut up. It's not the worst thing ever. It's fantastic. Like, but you don't want to have that conversation. Nobody wants to talk about, not you guys, of course.
No.
Nobody, but
it's not going to get the clicks.
Right. They don't want to have the conversation that what is the show trying to do? Is it reaching what it's aspiring towards? Nobody wants to have that. They're just like, it sucks. There's girls in it. And they're black too. Fuck you.
And there's no white male hero.
It's so stupid.
Well,
like,
so
somebody went, I don't like the evil trope. That's played out. Well, that's a conversation. Let's talk about that, right? Evil twin. Okay. That's conversation because you can say, that's got a storied thing as a trope and everybody, let's see what Star Wars does with it. Yeah. Or, yes, you're right. Holy shit, that's weak. And it's the same actress. They don't even look the same or whatever stupid people say.
Yeah. So I'm attributing it to the same people that were like, Furiosa's not making any money. It stinks. Furiosa didn't make any money. Furiosa didn't make any money. And it's just like, if I'm only seeing a movie for like it making its money back, like you've like, that's retarded. Like, I'm sorry, that's not a term I should use, but you just don't do that anymore, But it's like, it's the same thing with this. It's like, if it's not like everything else, isn't that actually kind of better? I don't know. Like, that's my thought. Like,
well, but that's what I don't get. It is like everything else. It's all the Star Wars. What the fuck do you want? It's Star Wars left and right.
Yeah, and it's the good kind of Star Wars that's kind of adding to everything else. like it's 100 years before the Star Wars movies that you know. So you get to see how the Jedi Council starts to slowly degrade to the point that they could be wiped out and broken down so easily when Anakin shows up. And it makes everything better.
Well, I'm sorry. I just get so excited about this, so I start to interrupt. I really apologize. I'm trying to work on that. But one of the things I love is I read all the Marvel comics when they came out because that's all we fucking had, right? There's 3 years between movies, but that's awesome because there's like 36 Star Wars comics, right? And one of the things was Carmine Infantino that did Flash in the Silver Age. Was like I don't know, he's drawing this cool thing about a space station, and it's an adventure of Obi-Wan when like a few 20 years before, and so he's got this cool outfit that the guy designed, and I was like, this Acolyte thing gives me vibes of that, right? Where the Jedi, they look like Jedi, but they have formal Jedi wear on. It's white and gold, and I just everything. You dare attack me without a weapon? Like that's a formalized insult. Like you don't pull your lightsaber on somebody is like a Jedi flipping you off, right? I'll kung fu you, right? Like everything about that was 100% Star Wars, but new stuff, right? This is just the Kill Bill Star Wars, and people are going, I don't like it. It sucks. I'm like,
you know what? Ready, dude? I'm not gonna lie. You're the second. I saw someone else mention in one of the forums I was in that called it Kill Bill. Star Wars. Ironically, I just watched Kill Bill because of that. I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch the Star Wars because there's still a lot. I want a couple more episodes in the tank, but I rewatched Kill Bill because of that. That is insane. All right.
I don't know what your friend said was meant by it, but what I mean by it is it's like what Quentin Tarantino does when he takes blaxploitation movie. Here you go.
Homage.
It's not really though. It's like he gets it so much that he's just doing a movie that would fit in that time if he was available, So I just say that as a creator, I like that's more than homage to me. That's a guy who's like living the scene.
Well, he gets it.
But that's what I think. That's why I said Kill Bill, because that's just what these Star Wars guys are doing. This is just the martial arts one, and so I just picked QT because of Walker. Actually, we're following his stuff. Anyway, I'm with Chuck. They have a freaking Jedi Wookiee. Not just that, it's Jonas, which is cool because he understands. He's like the one human being that understands Wookiee now, and he's like, I feel like I was in the meeting with him. This giant Swedish guy going, "Oh, it's I get to finally do my own. It's not based on Wookiee, based on a comic or something. I'm going to need a shaved head. I'm going to need a fade on the side. I'm going to need some women." It's like, okay, you've been doing a lot of work for us in that hot suit. We'll give you a good one.
I didn't realize it was the new actor of Chewbacca that was taking it. That's cool.
It is. He's the only guy that's played Wookiees in the last 20 years.
That's so cool.
I mean, besides Peter Mayhew, right?
They bring back Peter Mayhew. They break Chewbacca's leg in the first 5 minutes so he can sit down the whole movie.
Right. Well, God bless him.
You do what you got to do, right?
Anyway, what do you think, Walker? Star Wars, the Acolyte. Any guns, weapons you like? Any story tricks?
No,
you can get Steve to watch this thing so we can make fun of the
listen. I will watch it. I will watch it.
Yeah.
I just have this. I've grown so accustomed of like speed watching through stuff because it's like what I generally do now with a lot of these TV shows. If there's a character or an element of the show that I don't care about, I like the ability to just skip through it. And I can do that when it's the whole series. So like a great example was the last season. We've chatted about this in the past, but like the last season of Jack Reacher, like there were like 2 characters in the Jack Reacher show that I was just like, meh. So every time they came on screen, I would just be like, well, I read the books. So like, I kind of have an idea where the story's going anyway. I'm going to see if they go in a different angle, but it would be like, okay, I fast forward through that part of it because I don't even care about that. It would probably be the same. What's that?
We couldn't do that. You're killing Walker.
Listen, I can watch a movie that's that was Rebel Moon. The first time I watched the second Rebel Moon, It was like the one scene where they were all sitting around the picnic table. Now that everyone's seen Rebel Moon, right? Everyone.
You watched the second Rebel Moon?
We don't
Let's
have
just start
to.
there.
We talked to you guys, and we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Well,
it's
anyway.
the same thing. All right, we're
Well,
too much content. I'll get to it, but we haven't seen it."
Right. So the second Rebel Moon, it was like, it's like, oh, this is the scene where everyone's going to give their backstory, and they're going to do it for the next 45 minutes in the movie. Okay, I don't care.
Don't need
about
it.
that. Like, all right, let me fast forward it. Oh, now they're doing their lightsaber battle in the space. All right, I'm in. You got me back. Anyway, I don't know it, but again, like this is one of those shows where it's like I kind of want a couple in the tank, so then I can kind of sit down and be like, all right, I know I'm going to fast forward through it. So if it's 2 episodes, I'm going to fast.
I already wish
through.
I did that because I'm like 2 in, and I'm like, oh, I should have waited.
Here's the thing Chris said, that they're about to give up after 2 episodes, these guys he follows. I think those people are stupid because that's like saying it's like cracking a book and not finishing it. I don't understand people who do that. It's like you've read 2 chapters and you're like, I mean, okay, but like it's Star Wars. Haven't they earned you a little audience
A little credit, a little leeway? You all saw Andor, right?
I did.
Yes.
I mean,
Loved
that didn't pick up until like the 3rd or 4th episode, and it was amazing. And it was great the entire time, but it really went to a whole new level in the 4th episode.
Agreed. But that's like everyone that writes, that's the nature of storytelling, right? You have to introduce the characters and situations and what they want or not get, and then you have to ramp shit up. But by nature, the act 1, the first third of your story is kind of ho hum. And so what's the first 2 episodes of a 6 or 8 episode show? It's all the fucking shit that is not exciting, but you need to know. So when guys are jumping out of the space prison and they can't swim, it fucking means something, right? So but I'm with you, man. By episode 3 or 4, this show is going to be humming all the time, and the same fucking people are like, "I'm not watching it." They're like, "This is the best Star Wars ever."
So I think if I remember correctly, the third Mandalorian is like the third Mandalorian in season 1 is like one of the best episodes, if I remember correctly, right? Because isn't that when he goes and like the first one, everything is like mystery, like mysterious
stuff. Yeah,
right. And then right, and then the second one is just like the basic introduction into like he's a badass, and then I feel like the third one is like one of the best episodes. I gotta go watch that again because I'm pretty sure it's the third or the fourth one of The Mandalorian. But
I think you're right. But I mean, that's the nature of those things, right?
But it's like thinking of what the guy, Sagasag was saying with like, I watched these 2, I'm done. It's like, no, like, listen, if you quit Moon Knight after 2 episodes, you would have been greatly disappointed. There's a lot of shows like that. So
why quit anything after 2 episodes?
Yeah, you might as well just finish it. You could watch it like me.
Yeah. Walker, though, speaking of Mandalorian, isn't it cool? We've been on a Western kick lately. We just finished up The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And
nice.
Doesn't that just like make you appreciate the Mandalorian more?
Yeah.
Because it's just it's a Star Wars Western. Right? I mean, everybody says that, but like once you get a grounding in the Western tropes, you're like, oh yeah, that's really good.
What is Mandalorian helmet if not a space cowboy hat?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, Filoni would be wearing a Mandalorian helmet, except the cowboy hat looks cooler.
It does look cool on him. Wait, Steve, did you finally get your cowboy hat at Alameda Flea Market this weekend?
Not one that I can wear out and be a cowboy, like a true cowboy. But I did get like a roadie.
I got the Magic Mike stripper cowboy hat. Not one I can wear actually outside.
All right, Walker, you have a backup job if everything doesn't fold.
Grandma Taco.
Hey,
that's cool.
Oh,
yeah.
It's got the only reason I grabbed it is because the guy had it on the table and I was like, "How much is that?" He's like, $5. I was like, "Oh,
what?"
Yeah, and it had like it has these really cool like rodeo pins on it.
Oh, nice.
Like, and then the one is like Salinas Rodeo. So my gut tells me like someone left this in a parking lot and the guy was just like, "I'm throwing that in my car," and he just then brought it to a table. And
what? Hey, Steve, show Walker the inside.
Oh yeah, hold on.
That's not a $5 ad, man. That's at least $100 hat.
Oh shit!
At least. It's probably a little more. The first
Yeah.
thing I'd do is I'd start crushing the crown, Steve.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it is
Yeah.
it is honestly like if
I'd
you can
wear-
compare it to my head. Like
I'd
look
wear
at
that
how
outside while I was gardening to get that.
You can just like put it all the way down. Just
Oh,
that
yeah,
looks a little prospectory to me.
Oh no, you know what?
Hey,
No,
buddy.
that is fantastic on you. That's awesome.
yeah.
you gotta
but
wear
anyway,
that to Comic-Con so you can hang out with the cowboys. At the,
That's what I said. No, I don't
Top
have
Gun
the
bar.
I don't have the cowboy hat yet, but soon. But yes, that was an Alameda find, man. Alameda, yeah, $5, $5, man. You gotta go to Alameda.
I don't know, $5.
Let's make fun of Hector for a while. The first 2 episodes is intro to the high point. I can't even read this quote. Hector, you know better than this. Nah, no one knows you. Blah blah blah. Doesn't fit in a cannon. Oh, okay. As long as you're making fun of those people.
No, I think he is.
They-
Yeah,
they
totally
don't
is.
want- I was ready to give him some.
No, he's 100% on it.
But that's exactly what it is. It's like, but that's what I don't understand about these guys. What the fuck are you watching any television for if you don't want to go for the ride, right?
Yeah.
You get up in the morning and you're like, oh, I got my coffee. I'm eating my fiber bar. Yeah, you know what sounds good? Oh, there's Mimi in the background.
a rare Mimi appearance. The first ever Mimi appearance.
Oh, not first ever door court. There she is.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey!
Welcome, Mimi.
Back. Welcome back.
Say hey to Mark and
Oh
Steve.
God, thank you.
Oh my God!
Wow.
30 viewers, 40 viewers, 2,000.
Listen, we have 6 viewers. You jumped on, and all of a sudden we've doubled our viewer count. This is ridiculous.
What? There's a girl? I've been telling the lads about your travels trying to get back from Dallas. Tell us the big news about your trip.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and it was the absolute worst event.
Look,
I
Sag's waving. Hi, Mimi, says Mr.
Hi,
Chuck.
Chuck. Hi, Chris. Yes, it was the worst. I think we got maybe 20 leads out of it. It was the most expensive and least productive event ever. It was really awful. So yes.
That sucks. Sorry.
Sounds like most conferences, but did I say that out loud and put that on the air? That's
Now.
Hey, Meme. Steve just noticed the cool airlock that you made me. I wanted to take this door off, and then Mimi was like, "Look, you just do something that we can take down at some point." So I did it like that.
Oh.
A nice compromise. Everybody's happy, but Steve just noticed.
Well, Mark noticed first. I was just
Steve, you and I are interchangeable in Larry's memory.
yeah.
I'm just saying that. Well, you were talking about it more than Mark was, but my point is that it's been like that for about 4 months. It's just usually dark, so I guess you guys don't see it.
I guess. I feel like I would have caught that right away.
Yeah, maybe not.
Anyway, all right. Thanks, Meme.
I'm gonna change my shoes.
Come back and show us which ones you selected.
Well, I
Oh.
shared with I was gonna say. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Missing.
Yeah.
Is that Philbo? Yeah, I think that's Philo, isn't it? FTP. Pretty sure. I have, he's a Star Trek fan. I have this. I was working on this Talos 4 thing like a year ago. I said, man, I'm never going to finish this. I'm going to send Phil all this stuff. And now I can't find it. It's in here. So it's not that I've forgotten. It's in this junk.
Oh, in random looking for things, have you started the prep for what you're taking to Comic-Con?
Yes, we started that prep August 1st of last year.
Okay.
We had such a good time. We have this giant bin, and during the year we have something. This will be a cool thing for the flea market part of the table at San Diego. So we have some stuff.
Very nice, very nice. And any more blamos?
I'm sure we have more blamos. Well, I told you earlier, we went to lunch with Manny to talk about Manny Bello of Dugout and Henge fame, to talk about Walker's book. And we were telling him about Alameda and then the little flea market side of the show, of the table. And Walker's trying to explain it, and he's just kind of nodding politely, But But I don't think he got it. We were like, because we were getting excited, like, no, you don't understand. This dumb popcorn tin that's just sitting around taking up space. We got $5 for it. He's like, okay. The marker's like, no, we had a sign that said, I don't know, $5. It's just so one of those things that like you have to be there and see how much joy we get out of that.
I think it's completely fascinating to me, that element of the show.
Yeah.
But
do we need a little shelf?
You mean to give visual interest so there's stuff above and stuff below? Sure.
Yes.
Don't we have those? We have those 2 white shelves. Do those? I think one died.
I know what Mark's gonna say. Those are too high. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Also,
man.
it's like Larry's chatting area, so it can't be too much in the way.
Well, I totally get what you're saying. We'll have a little thing. Like Walker, you know how you display your brick bag guys, your brick Lego guys?
Yeah.
So a little something like that, except a deeper space so we can put, cups and models and figures.
We can figure something out.
Those Lego guys that Diego wanted to, or Jasper.
Jasper.
Yeah.
Can I ask a second question?
No, you're out of.
Are
oh my God! Look, she's down here now.
Oh, how'd that happen?
So you missed. Chuck said hi. Hector said hi. Phil said hi.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to go to get my exercise and go to the store.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Ow! Haha, she's God.
Bachelors.
No, I was gonna say, are we hanging what banner are we hanging this year?
Well, Walker, do you want to handle this? Because we had some conversations about
that. I had an idea. So we had the idea to like put up the Dork banner. Yeah.
Does it require us taking banners up and putting them up and taking them down over the course of the time? Okay.
No.
I'm in. I'm still following.
I'll make you guys do that work. No.
That's low percentage of me
way
dying.
too much effort. No.
Yeah. So So instead of just bringing up the Dork banner and like doing interviews like at San Diego where it's going to be very loud and very crowded and way too awkward, I was thinking we do like still like producing content and videos and stuff, but having it be just having the banner up in the room and then doing like kind of like a video diary thing after each day.
Like a recap? I like that.
Yeah, like, hey, we got this cool thing. Or like, here's a funny story from today. And then just be like then I can edit it and post it and then be done.
I love that idea. No, that's awesome.
Very cool. Is that Kitty?
I think it's the first appearance of Disward.
So Dizzy, he's been called Disward. Oh, there she is. There she is.
Huh?
Hey, this is a family-friendly show. None of that.
Yeah, don't show your hiney, right?
Yeah.
I never had a kitten before on my ancient 60 years. So
you always
really
started off older?
The kitten energy is very cool.
Yeah.
Mark, do you have a kitten over your shoulder?
Yeah. The kitten.
Oh,
Garfield?
What is that? Is that a globe too? What is going on back there?
That's a globe.
That's not the Saturn globe from Blade Runner, is it?
Oh man, I wish
uranium
That's awesome.
crystal. What is that? No, seriously, that looks.
That's a random globe. Just a globe.
I bet you it's a Blade Runner globe that you got for like $10 in a flea market. It's
without realizing it.
$10,000 like East German thing that's impossible to find.
It was $5. Everything's $5.
Is that from Greg's?
One of the places.
Yeah. I know everywhere Mark buys stuff. It's like I have a tracker on him.
Special appearances, cameo appearances by Mimi and the cat. Yeah. So what else is going on? Furiosa.
Got a couple of questions from Tim Connolly.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
All right. Well, he did ask me about a movie that I was able to provide him with the link to purchase, which was.
Thank you, Steve. You always have the knowledge of the movie guru. Aren't
I
you
think this
having
might be more of a
book like
question
that?
for Walker. Let's see. Walker, Tom Holland as Peter Parker. Which one is your favorite film?
So out of like Tom Holland's film,
Little
okay,
three.
I'd say Far From Home. I like that one. I feel like
Oh.
No Way Home gets a lot of good. Like it's a good movie and it has a lot of good cameo appearances, much like this episode. But I think Far From Home is just the best movie that builds specifically on Spider-Man and the relationships that Peter Parker has. Because that's the movie where like him and MJ like actually connect, and when Happy when he builds that bond with Happy and just pretty much becomes Spider-Man. Because in Homecoming he's not. I don't really think he's Spider-Man yet. He's just kind of. He's got the Stark suit.
I mean, No Way Home is just good for all the reasons that it's good. But I think Far From Home was probably one of the best epilogues to the full Phase 1 movie set.
Yeah,
where they could have just ended it right there. You know,
all
Tony Stark dies, Captain America dies, but hey, there's young kids who are gonna carry on the legacy. So don't worry, Marvel Universe. But then they kept going and everything got weird.
Yeah,
I've only ever seen the last one.
Oh yeah, you don't watch Spider-Man. You're weird.
I've never seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
One bad day.
I've never seen
the we went to see the original first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, and Steve showed up late, and no one bought him a ticket. So he's like, "All right, I don't need to see it." I don't think he's ever seen
Spider-Man forever now.
Forever.
It's also I have another story very similar to this. This is if you want to know if I hold a grudge, you'll know. I had a copy of
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch when the guys were shopping it around to get a studio to produce it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so I had a copy of it on VHS. Problem is, everyone was like, "Oh, I want to borrow it." So it kept on passing around to all these people. I don't know who had it last, and now it's gone. So I've never seen the Blair Witch because the only way I will watch it is on that goddamn VHS that someone has, and I'm furious at myself. But yeah, I hold the grudge for a little bit.
Well, the best news for you is you are literally missing nothing. That movie was fantastic in 1999 or whenever it came out because it was weird and new. Found footage was like a novel thing. And now you'd just be like, what?
Well, I've probably seen every variation of that movie in every 2 years.
Except for the one that potentially started the whole trend.
Except for this, which is kind of like, one day I'll watch it. One day I'll find that VHS tape again.
I actually like the J.J. Abrams, what was that one? The big Godzilla movie.
Cloverfield?
Oh,
Cloverfield. Yeah, for found footage movies, I liked Cloverfield. But come on, you put Lizzie Kaplan in a movie, I'm gonna be like, this is great.
Yeah,
I like it.
Speaking
just from Hot Tub Time Machine alone, she's all like a legit actress now. But she had a really cool career at the beginning when, she did a Western called The Last Rites of Ransom Pride.
Oh yeah,
with that movie. That's fucking amazing.
That's Peter Dinklage in that.
Yeah, Dinklage is in that. Scott, the werewolf guy. Scott, he was in Last Resort.
I wanted to say Eastwood, but it's not
Bakula, not Eastwood. It's the other Glenn Powell of the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Scott.
Bear with me.
What's his name?
Bear with me.
just Glenn Powell of the early 2000s.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I insulted that guy a little too much. I'm sorry, man. It's like Scott Speedman. I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Yep, you are.
Yeah, he was
from
great in Last
Underworld.
Resort. I really like that.
Underworld. He's the Underworld guy. That's why Larry said the werewolf guy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now it all makes sense.
It's you got random.
You got to learn.
You
got to learn how to translate Larry speak sometimes.
Yeah.
Like werewolf movie, and
But hindsight is
all
50-50.
connected, man. Mimi is so sick
that's
of
it.
me saying that. Oh.
Okay, one more. Another Tim Connolly. The Nude Bomb. It's been 40 years since it came out. Are we ever going to get a Blu-ray?
No.
Yeah, dude, I sent it to him.
Oh, is that the movie he was looking for?
Yeah.
You sent
Asked
him a
and
Blu-ray.
answered.
Well, I didn't send him the Blu-ray. I sent them where you could buy the Blu-ray. I think I have a copy of Nude Bomb, but yeah,
So
I thought you
watch
just sent him a link to Best
you
Buy.
remember that show from the 60s, Get Smart, that we talk about?
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
that much. So in 1980, they did a movie called The Nude Bomb, and it wasn't that good.
Wasn't there a Get Smart movie with the guy from The Office?
Yes.
Yeah, Steve Carell, The
Carell.
Rock,
Steve Carell.
and
Anne
Hathaway.
played 99.
it wasn't bad.
I loved it.
I thought it was
great.
I think
thought
The
it was
Rock
good.
is in that.
Who's
He is.
The
When he
Rock.
had his full hair.
Yeah, I think that's like
Full
I think
head of
that's
hair.
one of like the first right? Isn't that like that's
Yeah.
kind of like that's got to be right after he did The Mummy. All right, now I got to do some digging. Hold on a second.
Oh, for Scorpion King?
Yeah.
I Get Smart Again, Sagasag says. That's a movie, it must be. The Rock is a bad guy. Yeah.
Well,
I thought that was pretty good casting. Steve Carell as
perfect.
as 86. That was perfect.
Let's see how
Back
how
when
old is-
The Rock would let himself be a bad guy in a movie.
Yeah, so The Mummy The Mummy Returns is 2001. That doesn't even feel that long ago.
Ugh.
Did you hear that both Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser are in the Mummy reboot?
I heard about that.
So
Yeah.
it's not really a reboot. It's just more Mummy shit. There's just new people fronting it. I think that's amazing.
I love
That's what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean, or the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know how they say that one.
Yeah.
The last one they had. I don't know who those two actors were, but they carried like 2/3 of the movie. The young kids.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Give me some more of those. I don't care. And then make Johnny Depp, give him the Keith Richards role. He pops up and does something about the rum, and it's fantastic. Give me 3 more of those movies.
I like when they hand off movies, when like the original cast comes by and they're like, "Here, do something with this."
They tried to do that with Ghostbusters. Problem is, people don't want to see a Ghostbusters movie without those original people in it. That's like they want them to at least be a part of the storyline. I think they don't have to be.
But that's kind of what we're talking about. We're like having them be there as the elder states.
Oh yes. But then are you saying
this one? No, the girl one was not too good.
But they were all in
the
it.
handoff. The handoff thing. It's like all they did was put the old actors in it. Like there was no now structurally it's a family movie again, right? The first ones were the family that you choose, and now it's the family you have. But that's still pretty cool because they got fucking Ivan Reitman's kid to do it. So it's like thematically fiction and thematically real life too. I love it. It's awesome. Anyway, I dig the Cruise Mummy. I think it's just me and Hector.
No, dude, that movie's great. That movie's awesome. Listen, you know why that movie is great? Because Tom Cruise made it.
Oh yes,
it's great because it's awesome.
And Tom Cruise doesn't know how to make a bad movie. I'm sorry.
Give me that Dark Universe, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it right now.
I would take it right now. Just start up again.
They're doing a Universal World thing, like a new one, and they have like an entire theme park section called Dark Universe with all of their horror stuff.
I think they are going to do it.
I saw that and I was like, oh, Dark Universe. I know that.
I just think having Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll be the Professor X of the fucking Victorian Avengers is such a good idea that I'm sad they didn't do it.
I think only one of those movies come out, like the Dark Universe movies.
It depends on if you count the werewolf, the Benicio del Toro werewolf one.
Okay.
Because they were trying to retroactively put that in. But,
Okay.
but otherwise, it's just the Mummy's the only one that has the Dark Universal logo across the front.
The Benicio del Toro werewolf movie is a movie I watch. Is in my 10. It never comes off my hard drive. I watch that movie all the time.
Do you?
That movie is Amazing.
I have to rewatch that. It's been a while since I've seen that.
And I think it's what's his name? Isn't it the Rocketeer director? Wolfman. I think it's the Wolfman. Jesus, that movie's
14 years old, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Walker? That's the weirdest thing ever.
Silly putty.
Oh.
But I'm pretty
Very
sure it's Joe Johnston.
Ooh, Emily Blunt. I forgot about that. Jeez.
Dude, Anthony Hopkins, Elrond's in it. It's good. It's good.
Well,
you know what it pinged my brain, Larry, because you brought it up.
What's that? What's a werewolf flavor? Street tacos.
Fur and bones.
No, what pinged in my brain when you were talking about that is they asked Viggo Mortensen if he would come back to play Aragorn in the new Golem film, and he said yes. So it's maybe
Sure. Please,
yeah, why not, right?
Right.
Gollum movie.
I think that's yeah. I mean, I don't know about that, but like, if you're gonna do it, yeah, have Vigo in it. That's great.
There could be an overlap. I don't know how
giant. I'm not a giant Tolkien guy, but Mimi loves it, and so I find something cool to like and go to all of them.
Yeah, we talked about Tom Bombadil last week, right? About in the new one. Okay, so I won't bore anybody with that.
I actually looked that up to make sure I knew what character you were talking about, and I saw this cool illustration that looked like a Michael Whelan pen and ink, if you can picture that. Okay. And it was great. He had this cool swept hat and a little plume, and he was just being all wizardy in the woods.
Was he smoking a pipe too?
He was, yeah.
Yes, he was, yeah. That's
cool illo, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy Steve's talking about.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that when you have when the only thing you got out of for a certain period of time is some old science fiction books because your dad, you're not able to watch the TV and the TV's not playing anything decent. You kind of dive deep into the science fiction stuff you're allowed to have.
So now they're going after the answer to Baskin Robbins werewolf flavor.
Slaughtered almond.
Slaughtered almond.
What is this? I hadn't heard about this.
No.
Timmy just said if Baskin Robbins, the questions that you're reading, if Baskin Robbins made a werewolf flavor, what would it be called? And Phil goes, slaughtered almond. It's the quotes. It's the quotes that really get me laughing on that one. It's like, well, you haven't heard? It's clearly slaughtered almond. Anyway.
Oh, did any of you guys check out the new Godzilla that they added to Netflix? The Godzilla
-1?
Yeah.
I'm not a kaiju guy. I know everybody loves it. I feel bad because I know Chris is here. I don't care about Godzilla.
It's really good though.
I loved Kong Skull Island. You guys know that. It's just having giant monsters is not enough for me. If you have giant monsters in the 70s and John Goodman is throwing shit around, I'm okay.
You know what?
I'm not going to argue.
I agree, and
Barbie
I think
was robbed.
Why I think it's really good, and why I want to agree with Chris is Godzilla. Although it's called Godzilla, he's not in it. He's in it a lot. It's in it. The Godzilla monster is in it a lot, but it's not in it that much. Where there's actually story and plot and stuff, and it's actually it's a pretty solid Godzilla movie. And
Chris is ready to start throwing hands.
Then why is it called Godzilla if it works without Godzilla?
Well, that's a marketing thing.
Come on, because you need Godzilla. It tells the story. Tells the story of the characters and where things go. But as a huge Godzilla fan, it's very good. And the only reason I was going to say it is I would watch it with in Japanese with subtitles and not dubbed. That's all I was going to say. If you do watch it, because you have all these options in Japanese, read it. Don't do the dub because it's not as good.
I watch TV because I don't want to read.
You're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff, buddy. You're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Look, I read books occasionally.
Dude, you write books.
Yeah, exactly.
Occasionally.
Well, listen, eventually, as you're walking down the road of watching all these Westerns, eventually you're going to have to do that fork in the road to be like, I've kind of seen most of the westerns I need to see. Now I'm going to go into the obscure western area, like all these Italian ones, or I can watch these samurai movies, and that's the choice you're going to make. And at that point, you're either watching dubbed Italian western movies or dubbed Japanese samurai films. I'm telling you, just giving you the heads up.
Chris, what do you think? Better or worse, or just different?
What, this Netflix subs?
Yeah,
Dubs, it's
Oh,
autocorrect.
dubs are different from the other streams.
or subs.
What is he saying? If it's subs, Netflix has its own naval force.
No, like their
subtitles.
own writing of the subtitles.
Ah, the Netflix subtitles are different from other streams, of course. Just
Netflix
different.
hoagies
Yeah, it's
are
a different
than-
translation. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They just want to
Just
control what it says. Yeah. I don't know. You like Last Samurai. I don't know if Walker, you're not a giant fan of black and white movies, which are all the good samurai movies.
Okay.
That's okay, dude. That's okay.
He's
You don't have
got
to be
one
into
foot
black.
in. It'll happen. He started watching film noir black and white movies.
Yeah, dude.
And
Like,
so he'll
I'm going to take away your rocking chair.
Not my rocking chair.
You gotta watch it.
So I got a question. Because I feel like I have an answer, but I don't know if it's the right one. The natural progression from westerns is to either Italian westerns or samurai. Assuming you go to samurai, which is kind of like a maintaining theme but a different setting. If you go from westerns to samurai, what's the next natural progression?
that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I've made it that far yet.
Pirates.
Well,
That's what I was thinking. Pirates.
it could be.
Oh.
You know what? I'm still finding
because of
random.
Shogun. That's the only reason I said that,
Well,
because I know that Walker
yeah.
really enjoyed Shogun, and so if you're doing the samurai thing, yeah, man, follow the privateers who were flying over there in the first place. You know, I don't know.
I was gonna go right to 70s sci-fi.
Oh well, that would be my dream. I don't know if he's ready for that yet, because he's still got the like stuff that we passed off as like, oh, that's just a thing. Michael York is shooting people with green flame guns, and look at all the boobies. He would just go, that's the cheesiest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So what can you do? Timmy's
What
like,
can you do?
I dare you to watch The Hidden Fortress. He has already. It's called Star Wars.
I mean, kinda, but yes.
Kinda. Like if you were making a joke at Tim's expense, that's where you would go. Whether that's true
monster.
or not is completely different.
There's 4 people in the AFI department of the library that just died from what you just said.
They spontaneously combusted.
Yeah, it's like someone's being a dick in San Francisco.
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
What do you think, gentlemen, on that note?
Yeah. Oh, 80s exploitation comedies.
Oh god, that's
That's
where
a-
you go next.
Dope,
Maybe
yeah.
that's next week even. What, Chuck, you know what? You should post some stuff for us. What should we watch? Bachelor
Oh.
Party with Tom Hanks. Definitely, right? Or are you
I saw that.
Are you high class, like maybe Splash with Tom Hanks?
Or Money
Or the
Pit,
man with one red shoe. No.
or Joe versus
Tom
the
Hanks.
volcano with
Those
Tom
aren't but those aren't really exploitation ones, are they?
Oh, probably
Oh
just
yeah,
like
because
like,
it's a spy genre, right?
Return of the Living Dead might be in there. I would. Oh, Money Pit. Yeah. I want to just disagree with Hector just for to keep the theme going. But he's right. I'm with Mark though. We should probably tie it up, huh?
for sure, man.
Party and Mark. Did you see the thing that like we come on Hollywood do a movie where a Mad Max movie where like the rest of the world is just kind of okay, like Australia just
Oh yeah.
I saw that meme. Like no
That
one
was
wants
so
to contact.
funny.
No one's contacting Australia anymore, and they're just letting them deal with
Like
it.
float off into the yeah.
I thought
I
that
saw
was
one that
so
was
funny.
like talking to Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron about their experience, and just like blank stares and crickets. He talked to Anna Joy Taylor, and she's like, "I can't talk about it." He talked to Chris Helmsworth. He's like, "It was fucking great. We made a movie. I loved it." Fucking Australians.
Yeah. That would be.
I got to see that again.
You're on the set of a George Miller movie. I would be definitely Chris Helmsworth about that.
Even if it was Happy Feet.
Happy Feet 2.
Well, if it was Happy Feet, me and the penguins would just be going crazy. Things would be on fire.
Which reminds me, I have to watch. One guy I work with was telling me that Babe 2 is it could be part of the Mad Max genre.
I saw that as well. Yes.
Oh, why? I don't even understand why.
It's just like there's a chase scene and it's just insane. There's like the battle that they have in the Thunderdome, I think is like almost mimicked in the movie.
Oh,
like
well,
there's
like a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I haven't seen. I think I saw that when it came into the video store. Let me see. What year is that? Babe 2, Pig in the City.
Oh,
98.
I'm gonna say 98. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not in the video. Oh no,
Oh,
yeah, I'm in the video store.
I just
No,
realized
it's 98.
I started the show with that Jackie Treehorn thing that Rick sent, and you're wearing the Lebowski shirt. I just realized.
Yeah.
Hey,
a little Lebowski today. All right, everybody. Let's call it goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you
I
all.
got comics to do, man. 40. There's 41 days now.
Is there really 41 days? Okay, that's crazy. All right, gentlemen.
Okay, bye.
Nope.